Hey, how you doing? Well, the doggies and I have to run an errand. We worked on Melba, the camper van, and turned on the propane to see if I can get the propane heat to work. Because, you know, it'd be nice to, you know, when the dogs can't go with me somewhere, if I could turn the propane on low and let them not freeze to death while they're waiting on me, which would be a bonus. But, you know, we put the propane we had it checked by a technician who charged us a lot of money to do that, and you know, the plumbing work, and basically there was a lot of money spent. He did some things, you know, fixed the tank, we hope, and everything, but then he said, well, I couldn't do it all. To do the rest is going to cost you a couple $1,000 more. And I'm like, you know, no, there's nothing in there that is worth that much money. These technicians must be driving Rolls Royces to work or something. I don't know. And then they make you wait forever to do stuff. So we were like, oh, we'll hold off on. And what it was the drain pipe for the Blackwater tank is busted. Has an accordion drain pipe that comes out and connects to the sewer system you're dumping into, and you know, we decided to do without that for a little while. But yeah, and one of the things we had him do was check over our propane system, and it works fine, it's great, you know. All right, great. So today I go to turn it on to test it out, and I can smell gas. Pretty good whiff of gas coming right out of the propane tank. So I asked the missus to come down, and she could smell it too, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this somewhere else and have it checked out. I don't know what I spent money on, because I don't trust it. You don't put your life at risk. You know, one of the two of the common ways that people die in RVs that I know of is carbon monoxide poisoning, which is why all RVs are expected to have a carbon monoxide detector, and the other is fire. And fire is caused by a leaky propane system and ignition source, and there's a lot inside an RV. There's a lot of wood and everything that there's glues and industrial glues and stuff to hold a lot of that stuff together that will go up in flames, you know, probably in the middle of the night. And when they go up, there's not much time to get out. So yeah, we're not putting our lives or our dogs' lives at risk on that. We're not going to have some sort of tragedy. And I don't know what kind of licensing or bonding these people have, because you know what they do is actually very very important, and can be very dangerous if they don't do it right. And there's a lot of people out there who don't do things right. And so I don't know, I might go in there myself and try and look at it, see if I can find a leak. But I think I might take it somewhere, and you know, there's two things I have to do: look at that propane tank and look at the attaching some sort of hose to the drain pipe. Anyway, well, gotta run our errands, so buddy heater. Well, it's not the little buddy, it's like the buddy heater. It's a portable propane heater that's supposed to be fairly safe, although I wouldn't trust it in a totally enclosed space like the small one. And yeah, I can I'm envisioning taking Melba out with the dogs when it's really cold like this, and then putting the heater on low and, you know, making it bearable for them. I mean, they have jackets and stuff like that. I think this is my turn to get to Westport. And you know, I've watched some of these videos online of boondocking and primitive or camping, self-sufficient camping in an RV. And you know, I have Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, to thank for the recommendation on the buddy heater. You know, it's a good alternative to using the internal propane heat system, which I'm not trusting the one that's in the van. I'm not trusting these people who say they look at stuff and then they, I don't know. You know, this looks like somebody's getting arrested. But yeah, so I'm why are we flashing our lights? Honking our horn. I don't know. Maybe trying to get the cops' attention. Who knows? Crazy. It's that time of year. Craziness. Anyway, yeah, the heater, you put it in a space. It says don't sleep with it on, although I know that people do. I have to look into what kind of precautions that people take when they use it. But yeah, you know, fire would be a horrible way to be injured or be killed, and you know, it would spread very quickly in an RV. But also carbon monoxide would be not be a way to go. I mean, you probably wouldn't notice it. You'd just be asleep and die in your sleep, basically. But you wouldn't want to put that on your loved ones. So, you know, the claim is that it's safe. It has an oxygen sensor built into it, so it detects if there's low oxygen, and if it tips over, it turns off. So yeah, when you have dogs, and you know, they tend to tip things over, especially if I'm planning on leaving the heater in the camper van with the dogs to keep them warm, and one of them gets up and moves around or gets excited about something and tends to knock things over, don't we, Mr. Jim? I wonder who I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'm gonna come up here to Westport. I haven't been here in a while. I'm gonna take the doggies for a walk, see how we do in the cool air, and then maybe have a little bit of coffee before I go home. But yeah, coffee late at night. I'll be sleeping well. Good plan. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and maybe next time when it's really cold, I'll bring Melba out and have the buddy heater going, and when the dogs are sitting in the camper. Normally, when the weather's okay, I let the dogs sit outside of the place, and they do fine. There's one place here in Kansas City, or there's two places here in Kansas City that actually have indoor seating where you can bring your dogs in, but they're not open right now. You know, it's later in the evening. So yeah, I'll bring the doggies in, or have their own little heated dog house. Well, you know, Melba's about 20 feet long, so finding a place to park can be a trick, I guess. We got the lights in Kansas City. I'm kind of delaying and being really boorish because, you know, you're driving to Westport. Westport is this, if you're unfamiliar with Kansas City, it's the original settlement in Kansas City. I mean, Independence, Missouri, which is about is to the east of here, was the original town in Jackson County. It was the county seat for the longest time, and Kansas City eclipsed it. But Westport here, and this road is Westport Road, which is also the Santa Fe Trail, is the original town that started Kansas City, and it's where wagon trains were outfitted. It's a big stop on the National Old Trails Road, which parts of it are Route 66, and you know, a lot of famous people came through here. Civil War battle was fought here. It was called the Gettysburg of the West because after this Civil War battle, the Confederates were pretty much cleared out of the whole Western theater. And we got the blinking red lights and the noisy food truck. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. There's the heater. It was on sale too, $20 off. So I got it at Tractor Supply, and I kind of like Tractor Supply. I went and looked at it in Home Depot, but Home Depot doesn't carry them. They're like, well, we got these big heaters, and they took me out and showed them to me. It was like the big porch heaters, and the smallest one was definitely not safe and definitely wouldn't work for what I'm trying to do. And so I looked it up, and it said Tractor Supply, and Tractor Supply was still open, so I went down there in Olathe, and they had them on sale, which is good. I guess Walmart carries them too, but when I looked, I don't quote me on that, because when I looked, it said that Walmart carries them online. Well, Walmart carries a lot of things online, but it doesn't carry a lot of things in its store. I mean, so yeah. Well, anyway, we're about to our stop, and looks like there's some parking up here, and I've been boorish long enough, so wherever, oh, there it is.